Most men are interested, few are committed. Interest shows up when convenient. Commitment shows up when tested. Interest negotiates. Commitment executes. This is where the divide begins, between average and unbreakable. Every day, you negotiate with comfort. 5 more minutes. Skip this rep. Delay that call. Start tomorrow. And every negotiation costs identity, because identity is not built in big declarations. It is built in micro decisions. Hunters understand something most never accept. If you negotiate with comfort long enough, comfort becomes your commander. Interest says, "I'll try." Commitment says, "It will be done." Interest depends on emotion. Commitment overrides it. Interest is excited in the beginning. Commitment is steady in the middle. Interest fades when friction appears. Commitment sharpens when friction appears. And this is where most men quietly step back, because they never took an oath. There is a shift that happens when discipline becomes identity, when execution becomes standard, when quitting stops being an option. It is not loud, it is internal. A line drawn, a decision made, a standard raised. And it sounds like this: bound by oath, not to comfort, not to approval, not to noise, but to something higher than mood. That is the difference between interest and commitment. An oath removes negotiation. An oath eliminates debate. An oath restructures identity. Hunters operate from oath-level commitment, not motivation, not temporary inspiration. Commitment. Commitment costs comfort. It costs validation. It costs ease. You will lose alignment with people who prefer average. You will outgrow environments that celebrate mediocrity. You will feel isolated at times. But isolation is temporary. Regret is permanent. Hunters accept short-term discomfort to avoid long-term erosion. Once bound by oath, standards change. Training is non-negotiable. Focus is protected. Speech is measured. Execution is daily. You stop asking, "Do I feel like it?" and start asking, "Is it required?" That shift changes everything, because feelings fluctuate. Standards do not. When you live by oath, something changes. You move differently, slower, more precise, less reactive. You don't argue your discipline. You demonstrate it. You don't announce your standards. You embody them. Quiet authority emerges when identity aligns with execution, and that is rare. Drift cannot survive in an oath-bound life, because drift requires looseness. It requires flexibility in standards. It requires emotional negotiation. An oath eliminates that. Not rigidly, but deliberately. You become stable, predictable in execution, unpredictable in growth. At some point, you must decide, am I interested in growth or committed to it? Am I casually improving or bound to transformation? No one else hears this decision. No one else enforces it. It is internal command. And once made, you do not return to who you were. Average men wait for motivation. Hunters live by oath, bound by oath, not to comfort, not to approval, not to noise, but to something higher than mood. That is the difference between interest and commitment. So decide, raise your standard, remove negotiation, commit fully, your move, hunt with conviction.